installed. Okay, it1 installed. Downloader, Apache downloader. Okay, so give me a second. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, can you see my screen? Yes. I'm going back to my report. So now I'm trying to import the contacts into the system. Okay, that's my requirement. I have my edition that's here. That is, it's here. I have a requirement to import some contacts into my system. Yes, I can do that. I'm opening it in a data loader. So first of all, I'm opening my edition. My requirement is to import okay. So here, yeah, these are the emails which I have in my system. I want to load these contacts into my Salesforce system. Okay, this is in CSV format. Okay, right. So this is my requirement today. I'll show the options to you. One option is clicking on setup, come down to data management. Okay, expand this. There is imports accounts and contacts. If you click on this, I'm opening a new tab. So this is a little older option. Okay, imported only for accounts and contacts. If you click on start import wizard, you can click on this. Click on next. This is the old import wizard, which is having 8 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, like this. There are 8 steps. This is the previous step. Okay, so it's simply saying that you have to import the CSV format, comma delimited text file, comma separated values. The full form of this is that. Okay, to create. So this is some of the, you can export or merge all your contacts in a single CSV file, but I can do it. Now what I'm doing is I'm clicking on next. So the next step is contact matching type, Salesforce name or email. I can use that. Recommended saying name. It's fine, because if there is the same name existing in my system, it's going to merge both the contacts. Okay. Do you need to trigger workflow rules for new updated records? Yes, I want to do update. I want to send my workflow rules. Okay. I'm clicking on trigger workflow rules for new and updated records. That's fine. If I'm not checking this, all the workflow rules on data creation on contact object won't be executed at all. Okay. And choose the account type record from So so generally when I'm creating the contact, what is the contact record type? One second, give me a second. What is the uh, so contact the child object of account. So for suppose if there is account ID mapping to the contact, you have to map the account ID also. But coming down to account, there are two type of records. One is consultancy and big customer. Okay, I want to map big customer here, and before doing this, I want to go back to my screen. Okay, and I want to create a account that is Tana. Create new. I'm clicking as big customer. Click on continue. Okay, Tana. Tana.com is IE. Okay. So I'm creating a new customer name as Tana Association. Tana members. So Tana members. Okay. All these are Tana members. Okay. And I'm just putting down this is some organization. Okay. I want to import all the contacts of these people because I'm making Tana member as the account name because this is I'm going with this type of scenario. So, and website name which I copying is star.org and active s rating art and some number I'm clicking on save. Because what happened is when when the cell is gold, these are required. That's the reason I gave. One member is a customer in my system, and I want to follow this customer. By clicking on follow, I can follow this. This is the feed. In the feed, I can see the follow option. I can follow this customer record. Okay, and in the details page, I can show this. I can show the information about the Tana customer. This is the big customer type, and there are a lot of contacts. What I want to do here is the ID of this customer. What happened? I want to copy this ID and I want to put it in my Excel sheet saying saying this as for suppose account ID. I am giving the column name as this and I'm copying here. I'm trying to pull this down to all the records. Now what's happening here is I'm mapping the parent ID to all these people, all the 400 contacts in my system, 470 contacts in my system. Now this means this record, okay, this contact is open and his name is because I am not given the exact name because I can't cut it. I have to give J. Okay. So what I can do is so I don't need to give this name. So generally I can put down some formula fields and I can do that. But lead name, lead last name is required. So I have to put because I'm doing a real campaign. Don't want to put down some dummy names here. Okay. Which I can't do it manually for all the people. But anyway, need to at least have the last name and email address properly. Okay, for that what I can do is, can someone give some alternate solution? Because if I'm giving, hey, hi Tana 330, it won't be really good. I have to give the proper name. Generally, this is the job of data analyst who generally do this stuff for me. What I can do better. Yeah. So you can use some formula fields in spreadsheet to trim the last after upgrade symbol. Okay, I can do it. But anyway, I have to write down some logic here. Yeah, I have a better solution for this. Okay, I'm creating a new Excel file, new, Control V. So I'm just searching for, using replace all, just giving, okay, give me a second, I will fix this. @Gmail, replace all, replace with nothing. Oh, I'm really sorry. Okay, and I am giving .com, replace all with nothing. Done. And later on, I have Yahoo Mail also, right? @Yahoo, replace all with nothing. And there's one more on instances. And I have one more thing, that is Tana, replace sorry, @Tana, replace all with nothing. .org, .org is there. Replace all with nothing. Perfect. Instances. And enum friends, because these are all the general extensions of their all the email address. They are all personal email addresses of all the people. Replace all. Hotmail is also one. Some occurrences is there. Hotmail, replace all with nothing. And yeah, and what else? Close this, and there are okay. AOL. Okay. So I want to use one more AOL also. Replace all with that. AOL, replace all with nothing. And replace all with space. Replace all. Perfect. .NET, replace all with nothing. Now if you see, close. Now I have all the just simply names. Somehow the combination of first name and last name. Okay, These are my first name and last name instead of Tana 123, all this stuff. I'm going to use these files. Give me a second, guys. I think someone is pinging. Oh, okay. How to extract text from another text screen? Yeah. So yeah, because I have to use some advanced logic here. If I'm Excel developer or VB script developer, I can do use a lot of macros, VLOOKUPs, and all this stuff I can do, and I can do this. But somehow I got all the things done. It's very simple mechanism of replacing all. Okay. I have to go till 470. You got it? Everything fine? Just going now. You see my contacts data is prepared for import. Venu 007. Jairam Kode here. There's only the name. That's fine. I got the data. Clicking on save. Continue, because when you're clicking on save, there is some formatting problem. There's no issues at all with that. Now I'm going to my and I'm trying to open the import widget. This is the old import widget. Don't worry about this. Okay, and I'm using the name as unique thing, a recommended matching type. Okay, sometimes I can use email in this case because there are unique emails. If some people have same name Arun and Arun, I don't want to match two Aruns. Here, all the people are unique here in my scenario. Okay, and all the people are linked with big customer. Clicking on next. Oh, please specify. I have to specify the file name here, which I have forgotten here. Click on choose. Okay, click on Sana contacts in my system. This is today. This is updated today. See, today is 7:21 p.m. That's now. Clicking on open. I'm clicking on next. Okay, and the record owner. I'm not selecting anything. Okay, but these are the field mappings. Salesforce field. The name I'm mapping to column 3. So the name I can use this contact full name, and contact last name. Okay, last name I have to use the I'm sorry. Contact full name is this. Contact last name is also this, because there's no first name in my scenario. There's no two names in my Excel sheet. That's the reason. Lead source is source. Okay, and salvation is there's no salvation. Okay, I'm clicking as none, and title also none, and email address, yes, there's email field. This first column, it's already selected, because some fields are automatically mapped. This is the field available in the Salesforce. This is the imported fields from the spreadsheet. Okay, I have to map the proper fields here. Okay, same way with here also. Okay, reports to all these things are not there, but I have account ID. Where is that? Yeah, account ID is not here. That's fine. Lead source is mapped, and company name is not mapped. That's when I have to map it here. It's not there. Anyway, leave this. This is the account Salesforce full name. Send emails. No. Marketing stage. No. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to click on next. record owner also, if I have some option in this, I can set record owner ID also. For suppose there are a number of people in your system, so now if I'm importing without record owner, all the things are mapped to my Venkat Gatamneni because that's the default record owner here. If I'm system administrator, if I want to make the record owner as Kishore or some other person, I can do it directly from here by selecting this list. The record owner field column from the Excel spreadsheet or CSV file, I can use that. I'm clicking on next here. If I see any issues, it will show on the screen directly. And this is the additional contact address information on Salesforce. Additional fields like business, contact, phone number, email, all this stuff. I don't have all this stuff. Click on next. So here is the account information. The fifth step is account information. I'm simply automatically mapped account to account ID. That's it. Okay. Yeah. I'm clicking on next. And account address information. Yes, I don't have any information about this. Click on next and see. So these are the extra import fields which are not mapped. Okay, lead status. Okay, that's okay. I don't want to map it. Okay, I'm clicking on not import. These columns you can see it in your spreadsheet. Okay, I don't want to import that. Click on next. Let's open the spreadsheet. What is column 1? Okay, this is column 1. Column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Column 0 is blank. Sorry, column 1 is blank. I don't want to map anything. Okay. Come here. Record owner field is not mapped. If you continue with this, all records will be mapped with you as the record owner. I said already this to you. So if I'm not setting the record owner field, automatically Venkat Gatamneni, who currently logged in user, will be selected here. In case of data loader also, I will show that example, the similar example in today's class with other example also from data loader. Lead source values, first value is pick list value is not active, email campaign. Click on import now. These are all some general warnings to you. Yeah. The import request is submitted. If there is the notification will be sent to my email, that is with this email, the success or import files, the status of the import will be sent to my email. Based on the current volume of the import activity, we estimate that your import will be completed in less than a minute. Okay. Now go to click on contacts. Now see, okay, let's click on customers, click on Tana member. Now go to the child object. There is no 0 contacts now. Click on refresh. So it's a batch which is doing in the back end, which may take some time. Also, I'm also expecting some email on the same, because I have auto forwarded my email Venki at Venkat.TR00115 to this email. If I got some email, I will be seeing this. So this is some import widget which is not like it's like on pop-up screen. So people don't like this. Okay. There is one other data loader which is third-party tool which which is offline tool, that is Lexi loader for Mac. Okay. For Windows guys, I showed you the link to install the data loader. That is, click on this link, and you have an option to download the data loader, Apex data loader. This is the online application. So this is the offline application where you can insert, update, upsert, delete, or delete, export, and export all. These options you can see only in data loader. You are going to connect with Salesforce with APIs, okay? Salesforce API, and you are going to import the data in bulk jobs. 500 contacts at once. You save it, and you can do all this type of operations in a bulk operations. You can control these settings by clicking on this Lexi loader properties. This system preferences. Click on this. You have a lot of options here. Oh, I'm really sorry. Okay. Click on this. See, the settings is here. Click on settings. Click on settings. These are the settings of my data loader. So don't confuse with Lexi loader. Lexi loader is the name for Mac. Okay, the actual name is Apex data loader. Okay, and batch size is 2000. Means 2000 records will be submitted at one instance. And login. What is the endpoint which you are trying to log in? That is login.salesforce.com is endpoint where you are trying to feed this data, and the where you provide the username and password. I'll show that option to you, and reset the URL on login. So if I want to reset the URL with the default app, I can do that. And the timeout. Whenever you are requesting something, some data import or export, so this application will wait for 540 seconds. Okay, if the request is taking more than the time, if server is not responding properly, it's gonna say timeout error on the screen. It waits till 540 seconds. And query request size is 500. Okay, it's the query size in your Apex data loader. This is distant size. And read all CSVs with a unique, means this is some simple format options for your data loader. The main option you have to consider is this. Okay, generally there can be a number of validation rules in your system. Sorry, assignment rules. For suppose case assignment rules, when you are importing a lot of cases into the system from a spreadsheet. For suppose today you have the very big support center, but there is no proper your server is completely down. Okay, you generally track cases from some other online tool, but your server application is completely down, and for today you are accepting all your cases, support issues on Excel sheet because you don't have anything with you. You lost complete thing. You are loading all the data in a Excel sheet. Okay, the contact name, the contact account name, and the issue, the problem, subject, and description. All these things you are taking in a simple file. That you can do. You can import that particular complete CSV file with Apex data loader. And again, do you know why we use assignment rules? Assignment rules, we use it for assigning the records automatically to some people, some member of a support team based on the property of the case, based on the scenario of the case. That you can do it. If the case is high priority, you can automatically assign to high level queue. Level means high priority queue. Okay, that all these things are done with assignment rules. Means you are assigning the case according to the priority, according to the type of issue, right? So if I want to execute that assignment rule, I can assign this. I can name this assignment rule here, so that all the records imported now will be automatically use this assignment rule, and it will automatically assign the records to the owners. See, when you are importing the records to the system like cases or leads, if you want to assign these records to some sales people or service people, yes, you have to use assignment rules. Based on some criteria, you can assign the rules. So all the leads coming to created from the region Hyderabad will be assigned to Hyderabad sales rep. But I can do that. Assignment rules. I can mention the assignment rules which you have to execute. Okay. At a time, you can only execute one assignment rule only. You can make it active. That will be executed automatically. Other assignment rules will be inactive. From the screen also you can do that. From the UI, from the data loader, this is the option. You have to map the assignment rule what you want to execute. You have to give the unique assignment rule name. And these are some proxy hosts and time zone. This is useful for saving the records in the time zone. Okay, and the data for save format, European format like this. If you want using that, you can check this. Use bulk API or not. Use serial mode for bulk API. Okay. So when you are using bulk API batch, you can use as zip file or not. Zip file or not. You can check this. And why we use proxy host, proxy port? When you are using some company server. If there is any proxy configured to that, you have to use that particular thing. Otherwise, you cannot connect to the Salesforce system without this detail. Okay, this you know when you are using with proxy servers and ports. Okay, these are the general settings. When you are trying to import data to your sandbox environments for testing, you have to use https://test.salesforce.com. You have to use that point for sandbox logins. Login.salesforce.com is only for production logins and developer logins also. Okay. Clicking on close, and you can do all these operations. I will talk about this. I will try some of these options also in our test organization, not in this. Okay. Can you guys mute on your side? Yeah. So first of all, let's see what happened to my input. Okay, go back to my and yes, I got an import. Salesforce import for Tana contacts.csv has finished. Processing for 70 lines completed. Number of accounts created 1. Number of 0. Number of contacts created 469. Perfect. I'm good to go. Go back to my customer record. Click on customers. Okay, and I can see customers, all my customers, all customers. Click on go. I want to see Tana customer in my system. Tana member. Yeah, see. Oh my god, okay. Got it. So in the account name, it automatically created this particular thing, okay? If I click on customers, there is one ID, right? I haven't mapped that with the ID for the import wizard is not considering that. I click on all customers go. There is one record which is inserted with ID. Click on this. So the new ID is created, okay? Let's do one thing. I'm clicking on edit. I'm clicking on Tana members. I'm clicking on www.tana.org. You can do one thing. So you can automatically assign all these contacts, okay, with this by doing this, okay. Anyway, you can do that because what's happening is I already created a customer. I can map all the customers, so all the contacts in my system with the previous customer with one more import by mapping the account ID properly. But anyway, I'm updating the account of this AccuS. Click on save. There's some validation rules. Yes. Click on this. Click on some code. I will make this field not required. The system. I'll check what's happening. Now, if you see, there are plus contacts. Click on this. See, these are all contacts in the system. More and more. Click on more. There will be 470 contacts in the system, which are imported just now. Click on contacts. You can see all the information here. Contacts, all contacts. The 419 contacts. Before there are around 430 contacts. I have imported 416 contacts into the system. Okay, if I'm opening any of this record, you might have seen some automation update with my workflow rule, right? The emailed it's happened emailed. The default state I have given is none or not sorted. If it is emailed means this is done by my workflow rule. which is emailed. Okay, I have a workflow rule which is emailing to this email address, and it's automatically changing the status of marketing stage with the field update to emailed. You might know about this workflow rule which I have created long back when we are doing some automation. If I want to verify this, I have mapped my email address as CC address. Go back to my system, to my Mozilla Firefox and gmail.com. So I want to open my winkyworks at gmail.com, where I might be using Winky. See, at 4727 when I have imported, I got a lot of messages from the system. For these people, yes, it automatically mailed my email template for all the people in the system. Luri. Email went like this for Manoj. So there are 12 minutes ago. Okay. Now all these 430 people will be having my email address, my email coming from sent from Salesforce. But if you see, if I click on reply, it will see yes, venkat.many.grmcloud.com. It won't say Salesforce email address. It won't see at all. I am emailing as Venkat, but I am emailing from Salesforce server, and in that email also I have the CC address as this. If you click on this, emailing from this, but it's actually emailed from the server that is emailed by P. This is the email server of Salesforce. This is unique for each and every customer who is using Salesforce email options. Click on inbox. Yes. Currently, I got only 25, it seems, but I think it's running out some batch. Oh. Anyway, when you're in this type of transactional based email address, it won't go to spam also. The reason why it won't go to spam is you are sending the email personally. You are not sending email for bulk people at once. See what happens? Each and every email is a new email coming from Salesforce, sending from Salesforce and to this user specifically. When I'm sending one email with hundreds of CC address, yes, in that case, your people, in that case, the person who is receiving the email can see all the people to whom you are sending emails, and they can copy this email address and they can do the email marketing also from their side. But most enterprises don't want to lose their customer contacts. That's the reason it's helpful to hide the other people information. It's going to send email one by one to all the people, but independently at one time in one batch it sends all the emails. That's the benefit of this. You are sending transactional email address one by one. What happens is how spam works. If you are a marketing guy, if you are emailing thousands of emails, hundreds of emails per day to some people, and if they are making spam to you, if you are marking as spam, then all your future emails will go to spam. But what's happening here is I'm sending it from different server. That is Salesforce. It obviously marked as important. See, the symbol here is important mainly because of the people in this conversation. If you are sending to hundreds of people, yes, if some people are making spam, all your emails from now will go to spam, many of your customers, but it won't happen here in this case. Okay, let's go back to my system and check contacts, show all contacts. Click on go. I'm clicking on 200 records per page. I'm going to this guy, okay, and I'm checking. The marking says still in blank because I've sent only to the 25 people, not to the other people. Okay, so it slowly sends the emails 25 per batch. Okay, somewhere I have configured that thing. I can only send 25 per batch in administration. There's no mass emails sent now. Okay, and so so I can request snapshot of the emails, inbound emails coming to Salesforce. Okay, I can troubleshoot them. Or suppose if someone is emailing to my Salesforce, if I want to use that email and I have to create some data in my system, then I have to use inbound email services. In this case, to email address to support@salesforce.com, and from address, if is some X person from the customer, you can check request snapshot. It generally stores all the emails coming from that email to this email address. Okay. So sometimes if I want to track all email snapshots coming to my support@ermcloud.com, yes, I can do it from here directly. So support@ermclouds.com, clicking on request snapshot. It's going to create snapshot for me. Okay. See, there's no from address. No, all the emails coming from this will be creating snapshot in this screen. Okay. And finally, you can download, you can view and download as text files of these emails. Or if someone is sending email to support@ermclouds.com, any email, it will be taking snapshot and I can see this. Why we use this? We use this for testing what type of emails are coming to the system to pass them in our Salesforce system. Anyway, it's not our concept today. We'll go to the data management and yeah, reporting snapshots. So we use reporting snapshots. Okay. Why we use reporting snapshots? First, suppose if there is some important object on your system, if there are millions of records created daily in that system, okay, in this case, what happens here is, if you are using the system for more than 5 years or 6 years, you can't report the data on millions of records. It will take some time to process things. To minimize the effect of this, what I will do is I will create reporting snapshots. First, suppose I use summarization. Okay, first of all, if there is cases, I can generate all the cases by date, by week, by weekly cases, or else I will create all the opportunity, sum of all the opportunity cost by week. Okay, and I can get some single records in the target object, because I don't want to save all the records in the system, in the target object. The reporting snapshot will take one record of all the records of created for last 1 week in one field. Or suppose if there are 40 opportunities created in the last week, if the total are 40, I will say, hey, opportunities last week, that is 2004, first week has 40 opportunities. The total value of that is $40 million. Okay, that's the value I am going to store in a snapshot target object. Because in this case, if there are 40 records, instead of 40 records, I can use only single one record. You are minimizing the number of records you are going to use in the report and dashboards. That will minimize it. That's the reason we are going to use this. Okay, you are taking the snapshots each and every week of the total sum of values. This value will be out of, means if there are 500 values created in the last week, then finally you are going to get only one record with 500 values. Total values, total count, and total amount. That's it. Instead of 500 values, you have only very simple one record according to the 500 values. Got it? That's useful to take. That is useful to minimize run the reports faster, minimize the data in the system. Okay. And you can also use some trends of data in the custom object records. And so this is, I will explain again after the reporting and dashboarding. So in this case, people will use analytical cloud for millions of records. Okay, to minimize that, you can use this. You can do one more thing. If they are happy to use Salesforce Analytical Cloud to use their reports and dashboards on their mobiles and iPads and any tablets, yes, you can import all these records into Salesforce system, okay, into target object. That's another way. You are not going to use reporting concept there, but you are going to transform the data coming from other system, and you're going to save less number of records in the Salesforce system, and you can run the reports and dashboards on the target object what you have created. But this is not the concept of reporting snapshots, but it's a concept of doing transformation and using Salesforce Analytical Cloud for viewing reports, dashboards from their tablets. Right? Data import widget. This is the new application. So this is going to replace all this import widget, all this stuff. This is a very new thing. Okay, still in beta till last release. So this data import widget interface is really good to import all the standard objects like this: customers, contacts, leads, and solutions. Okay, and you can also import custom objects, all the custom objects, because there are only few custom objects in the system. Okay, I can add new records, that's called insert. I can update the existing records, that's called update. Okay, I can add new or update records same time, that's called upsert. Insert, update, upsert. Coming down to my Lexi loader, coming down to my Lexi loader, see, insert, update, upsert. I don't have delete options in this import widget. This import widget is only intended to create data or update data in the system, not to delete or not to export. Okay, there is export widget for that. That's also separate link in data management in Salesforce. Okay, but the import widget currently it's having very limited access of standard objects. You cannot import for other objects like cases. There is some limitation here. You can't import products. But coming down to my Lexi loader, yes, you can import many things. I'm clicking on insert, things required to use import widget. I'll tell you. So coming back to my system, now I'm going to use import widget of my other application, not this application. I'm copying this email. See, when you are trying to use Apex Data Loader, make sure that settings is okay for you by clicking on settings of your data loader. Later on, you have to click on insert. It asks you to put down your username and password. So whoever logging in here, sometimes if you're not putting the owner field inside your Excel sheet, the default user will be this guy who is logging in and who is importing the data. Okay, and the password I'm entering here. Okay. And later on, you have to put on the security token. Where you can get the security token, go to your email, select for security token, I got the token here. This is activation email, not this. So similarly, you got a token like this. That's a 25-digit code, combination of strings and numbers. Okay. So I'm going to click one more time. See, I can tell you. Yeah, activation email is for activating your IP address. That's emails sent with 5-digit code to activate your IP address. Okay. This is the Salesforce security token confirmation. Click on this. Yes, it is the Salesforce security token. Copy this and put down on the data loader. Append it to your password. That's okay. I am clicking on login. Before logging in, I'm telling again, username, password plus security token of 25-digit value. See, this is a combination of strings, combination of numbers, characters, and everything. You should copy the same thing. If you are giving mistake of single character also, it won't accept. Okay. Clicking on login. This is for logging into Salesforce with API. So do you want to allow application Lexi Loader app to accept incoming connections? Yes. Clicking on allow. Now see, login completed successfully. It's okay. Click on next. See, these are all show all Salesforce objects. If you click on this, yes, you can see many Salesforce objects. That is account note, account share, Apex classes, Apex trigger. These are all objects in Salesforce. Whenever you're creating Apex class, yes, it creates some object in the data. It creates some record in the Apex class object with the Apex class name, class unique name. Class name and unique name is same. Apex class name, Apex class version, Apex class information. It's completely showed in Apex class object. Same thing, you have classes for Apex triggers. Okay, I think I will show the class for Visual Force pages also. See, the Visual Force pages has having Apex page. If you want to query Apex components, yes, it's VF components, yes, Apex component. These are all objects in the system. If I click on this, you don't see all this stuff. All system objects you don't see. Salesforce system objects. You can see the main objects like account note and customers, because I have modified the account name to customer. That's the reason I am not seeing the account here. You can see the customer data on this. See, customer, its actual name is account. Okay, and you can also see all the custom objects, or even the case also. If you want to import cases, select this, browse the CSV file here, click on next and do the stuff. But anyway, I'm trying to import the leads into the system. Okay, I'm clicking on L, clicking on L for leads. Give me a second, PQ. Yeah. This is the lead object, lead, select this, click on browse, because I have some sample file for importing the leads. I'll show you the funny thing here. This is really simple. Okay. Leads import. Documents and download. Somehow I have stored so many. Yeah, here it is. Leads V3. Okay, selecting on this. Okay. So this is CSV file. Clicking on open. Okay, leads V3 2014. Clicking on open. And I'm clicking on next. I'm trying to import the Salesforce, CSV file into the Salesforce object. See, it's showing the things. It's trying to import the data. There are 51 records in the system in this Excel file. Sorry, CSV file. its installation succeeded. Clicking on OK. Now it shows a new widget. So these are the columns in the Excel sheet: phone number, first name, email, status, company name, and last name. So I want to map, because I have to map these fields with my Salesforce existing fields. How to do mapping? There are two ways. First of all, you have to create a mapping, and you can save that mapping in my system, in my documents folder or import data import folder. I can use mappings for lead mapping, unique mapping. Each and every company will follow some terminology. They have some fields, and every time I use the same import and update, import and export things, right? I can only import only some same fields every time. In that cases, I can save the mapping. First of all, as there is no mapping for me, I am creating a new mapping by clicking on this. When you click on this, yes, there is automatic mapping also. Clear mapping is for if you have done some mistakes, you can click on clear mapping. If you click on auto match columns, yes, it automatically maps columns accordingly to their names. The column names in my spreadsheet, that is CSV file, is same as the field names. That's the reason it's automatically mapped all the columns. If you want to clear it, I can clear it. But if you want to map manually, yes, I can do that by clicking on company. Where is the company? It's here. Drag and drop the company and put it down here. And drag and drop the email, I can copy down to the second field. Drag and drop the first name, I can copy to the first name. Drag and drop to the last name. That's here. I'm copying to the fourth field. Phone, where I have to search, come to the phone, copy down to the phone value. Later on, finally status. That's here. I'm picking down and putting down here. Now I have mapped properly. If you are using different names in your CSV file, it won't map automatically. You have to map manually by appropriate fields. You can click on save mapping. That saves a mapping in your any of the custom folder, and you can use the same mapping next time. That's what I'm saying. You can save the mapping if you want to save this. That's okay. I'm clicking on OK. If you click on clear mapping, yes, it's clear. Click on auto match, yes, that's fine. It's okay with me. Clicking on OK. Because generally you might not know what fields are available in the leads object. That's the reason I have a custom option to modify the mappings also. Okay, I'm clicking on next, clicking on finish, because this is the directory where my imports, successful or fake, errors and successes will be showed in this directory. Apex data loader files. Okay, clicking on finish. This is the folder name. Yes. You have chosen to insert new records into the system. Click yes to begin. Do you want to proceed? Yeah, exactly, yes. The loading bulk API thing is started. There are 51 records. See how fast it will take to import the 51 records into the system. That's done. Yeah. The operation has completely done, and 51 records are successful imports, inserts, and 0 errors. If you click on view success, click on this. Yes, whenever an insert is happening to the system, yes, it automatically generates Salesforce ID. That is this. This is the unique ID. Clicking on OK. There is some error while viewing it. Okay, no issues. And row count, 51 records will be there. IDs for 51 records. First name, last name, last name, company. See, these are all very sample names which I have created on my own for manual data and data import widget for this assignment. There are 4 numbers. All these are unique. See, I have appended F1 at the rate of firmclose.com 1. Yeah. These are all unique email addresses. And status item created. Status item created. Okay, close. These are the status of view success. These are the error messages. No errors in the system. All the 51 records are successfully inserted into the system. That's okay, and I'm clicking on OK. Now, if I want to update the existing records, yes, I can do that. Click on this. Okay. Now, when you want to update the records, you have to use the ID field. ID is the unique identifier of any object to map to do appropriate modifications. So, can you tell me where my records are there? If you click on documents, Apex data loader files, this is the folder name. These are records created today. If you click on the success files will be having the unique, all the 51 records data, right? clicking on open, clicking on, oh, what happened? So first of all, I have to select the lead object. Otherwise, it won't show the next. Selected lead, yes. This is mapped, file is mapped. Click on next. Trying to import the data. See, before doing this, I can update the values by going back to my spreadsheet. Okay. Duplicate status field is found. Yes. Okay. Now, see, I want to do create auto map. Click on auto map. Okay, and click on yeah. Clicking on save. Clicking on next. Clicking on finish. Yes. I'm trying to update now. See, clicking for data update. Yes. 0 success updates, 51 errors. Click on view errors. What's the error? Let's see. See, duplicate no not processed due to the batch error, invalid batch, duplicate field status found in column 7. What's happened here is when you are seeing this spreadsheet, give me a second. There are 2 status fields. That's the problem. Click on this. So I have to do by today. These are things created today. This is the file which I am trying to upload. Yeah, I will save it as a different system. Save as leads update. What's the 2004 V3 2004 014? I'm clicking on. I'm trying to save it in the documents folder. Clicking on save. Now see, there are 2 status fields that needs to map properly. Click on next. What I will do is I will delete this. Remember, now there are last name is G, right? Now I want to put as I want to update the first name with sample 1, sample 2. Sorry, I forgot to show you the results in the front end. Show that to you. Now I want to map all the fields. Now there are sample 51 values. Got it? Click on save. This is the data which I have created with my simple update. Click on continue. Go back to my system. I want to show you how things are working here. Anyway, I want to log into the system. Different browser. Okay. Clicking on login. I will show the options to you, man. So I click on sales because you are importing the leads, right? I have to click on sales app. That's the starting important object in sales application. I click on leads. See, click on today leads. Click on go. Now it shows all the leads. See, G1, V1, G10, G10, all this stuff. If I click on any of this record, G12 and 13, you can see the information which is imported today. See, full name is V12 G12. The last name, because it's the full name is combination of first name and last name. Last name is G12, first name is V12. Okay, and this is the email address 12. I got one. This is the phone field. See here when this is created. Created on 1st 13/2015 6:02 p.m. Yes, the same thing. If I'm updating it, it automatically updates this value, not the created value. Click on save. What happens? I will show that to you. That's what I'm saying. Each and every field in Salesforce is trackable. Okay, means you can see the things very clearly. See now what happened. This is imported on that created on 13.1. This is created on 13.1.2.6.9. Sorry, this is updated on this time. So now you got to know who created this, who updated this, and what time. Everything is clearly mentioned here, right? And you can follow this record so that whenever someone is modifying this contact record or lead record, you will be getting notifications saying, hey, someone modified this record. Check it out, the latest record. Okay. Now, the intent of what I am doing is, see, remember, I have done this update, right? Now, I am trying to do one more update with my data loader. This is errors. Click on OK. Click on update. Click on leads object. That is this. Click on browse. Go to documents. Leads VT 2004 update. This is what I created just before 5 minutes. Click on open. Click on next. Click on OK. Click on create access new map. Auto match. Click on OK. Click on next. Click on finish. Yes. All the options are same. Okay. Now I am expecting 51 success errors, 51 success now. Yes. View success files. Yeah. Now I got the new sample names. Open the same record. I have to replace V12 with sample. Put down refresh. What happens here? Sample 112. Now go back to your today leads. Now all the V1s were replaced with samples. There is no V1 here. Click on today leads. Click on go. Click on see. G1 sample 1, G1 sample 10, G11 sample 11. Right. See, all the records are automatically updated in fraction of seconds. That's the power. That's the power of Apex Data Loader. Okay. You know how to insert and update, but upsert. Yes, this option is also very similar to update, but we have to use the mapping field. Okay, click on upsert, go to leads. So if you don't know which records are new, which records are old, then in this case you have to use upsert. When you want to insert this information into the system, if you found that some information is already there in the system, you have to use upsert. Put one field as default value. Okay, I will do that. 1 second. This is lead. So before doing the import, I will go back to my spreadsheet. That is this. I am going to import some more new records. Okay, but how I will do that? Just bring down. I went to 64. I went to 64. I went to 64, and I am giving the phone number still 64. They all are unique values. Actually, there are 51 values. Now I am trying to save. These are new values. Okay. These are new values in the system. Click on save, continue, and I'm going back to my system and I'm clicking on upsert. I currently on upsert module only. See load upsets for lead object. Click on upload. I'm uploading some file. That is the same file updated on 8:13 p.m. That's just now. Click on open. I'm going to click on next. 64 records. See. 65 column means 64 records. The first column is the dummy column which tells the names of the columns. The column names is the first column. There are total 64 values. G64 says that. DC64 sample 64 says that. And I'm clicking on OK, and I got the new module. So what's the matching field? Based on what field I have to figure that's a new field or old field. I'm telling the ID. This is the only field. If there is any external ID, I can even map that also. If there is no external ID field, I have to use the default thing as ID field. Based on the external ID field or ID fields, you are going to use you're going to consider whether it's a new record or old record in the system. If there's an old record, it's going to update. If there's a new record, it's going to insert automatically. The two operations are going to be completed simultaneously. Okay. Clicking on next. Click on create, auto match. Okay. Next. For suppose if you click on auto match, if some fields are not mapping, you have to do it manually. If it is mapping automatically 7 fields out of 10 fields, 3 fields you have to map automatically. Click on next, click on finish. Sometimes the values what you are importing with CSV format is more. If there are 40 values in extra information also about leads, you don't need to map all the fields. You only import required values. Okay. If your customer says, hey, this is the Excel sheet with 70 columns of lead information, but in Salesforce you have only 40 field names only. It means 40 columns in the database, the Salesforce database. Then you can only map 40 fields. No need to map all the fields. Okay. Anyway, the current upsert is done completely with 64 successful upserts. Click on view success. See what happens here is G1 to G51 is updated. See, here it's updated. G52 to G64 it's created. This is updated. This is created means inserted. You got to know that both the operations are done simultaneously at the same time, right? Click on OK. Now go back to your system and click on all. See, today leads. Click on refresh. Now you're gonna see 64 records here. Exactly, right? The first batch you have imported 51 records. Later on you imported other additional record. You updated 64 records. Out of that, 51s are already there. That's updated, and the remaining values are inserted. See, I'm opening G12 record. You can see what happened here. Created by this guy, updated by this guy only, but the information you can see updated time also with 1615. This is completely running in yes time. Okay. Got it. Let's go back to another record which is around 63. Okay. 63. What happens here? Created on the same time, 615, because these are created records. Got it. So same way we are going to try. Click on OK. We are going to try delete also. How you are going to use delete? I'm clicking on delete. Now there's a difference between delete, hard delete, and gender delete. If you're clicking on delete, the records what you have deleted is available in the recycle bin. For deletion, you just need a simple IDs. Okay. I just need the IDs. Okay. No need of other records. You can use export also. You can use export for, if you click on export on leads, that is this. If you want to export some leads like this, here in this way, I don't need to import. I have to select the target location where I have to save the extracted file. See, I'm clicking on documents. Okay. And I will see as lead export underscore what's today date 13th Jan. Okay, 2015. Click on save. I am clicking on next. I am clicking on the fields which I want to export. Click on select all. Okay, because if I want to export all the data, yes, I want to select all the things. If I want to select only few things, yes, I can only select few things by selecting, unselecting, and selecting this. Okay, and I can put some condition also saying import all the leads created today. I can do that by putting the created date equal to where's the created date? Agencies. Yes, today. I can do that. I can clear all conditions. That's fine. So if you click on add condition, it automatically adds here. I can import all the leads with open status, open stage. That's how I can put some filters. It automatically creates query for you automatically here, or else you can write your own query also by putting where status equal to open, status underscore status equal to open or contacted. Not contacted, right? I don't want to do that. Clearing, clicking on finish. Yes. Now the export process is going on. Okay. Extracting. There are total 193 records. Yes. And 3 successful extractions happened. Click on view extraction to see the information about your data. These are all the information what you have exported from Salesforce. You can take the backups in the same way, okay? But Salesforce have another data export format where you can automatically export, and it's going to mail you the export files into your email address. For suppose if you want to take backup of all your objects in the Salesforce database, record in the Salesforce system, yes, you can do the update. You can do scheduled update every month ending. You have to get the update of that. Yes, you can do that requirement also with that. So that option. The export also is also the same thing. I am selecting the, for suppose leads. Okay, document extract one. Okay, click on save. Click on next. Finish. Yes. But export all will be even showing you the deleted fields also. Okay, because when your records are deleted from the Salesforce system, still they are available in the system for 15 days. Okay, you can see that information also here, as there is no deletions happened here. Now click on OK. Now what happened here is there's no deleted files in the system. This isn't showing all the records as same in both export and export all. But coming down to delete and hot delete, I'm going to show that requirement to you before you come back to your click on documents. This is what I want to use. So now I want to delete some records in the system. Oh, I'm not sure this is the right thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are all the leads. All the 190 export Jan 13th. Okay. So first suppose if you want to delete G records, that is this 51 to 64. I'm trying to copy only this. See, remember 52 63. Copy, create new, click on V, click on save, leads to delete. I'm saving it in CSV format, that is CSV format like this. Click on save. What I'm doing is I am creating a new spreadsheet. By default, the spreadsheets, the Excel Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel will save in .xlsx, but you can save it as .csv also by clicking on save as option. Now these are the 13 records which are available in your system. See, 2 to 14 is 13 records, right? Neglect ID. Okay, this is the column name. Save this. Continue. Go back to your system and click on delete. Click on leads object, that is here. Click on browse. Leads to delete is the file which I created just now. That's today 8:23 p.m. Perfect. Click on open. Click on next. 13 records, I know that. 2 to 14 is 13 records. Click on OK. Click on auto map, because for deletion you just need ID. You don't need to go with account names like this. You just need the ID to delete. Click on OK. click on next, click on finish, click on yes. These are very simple steps. Click on yes. See, what you are doing is the number of records allowed to in your recycle bin is only limited, because it's saying recycle bin has some limit. If you're deleting many records, it won't be stored in recycle bin. You can't restore it back. As it is very less number of records, it will okay. It's okay for now. But if you're deleting millions of records, it won't save in recycle bin some of the records. So the difference between hard delete and delete is, hard delete means it won't even go to recycle bin also, like shift delete. The delete option is generally stores, it deletes from the system and it stores in the recycle bin. That's it. It's not deleted from your system completely. Click on yes. That's the difference between delete and hard delete. If you're using hard delete, so for hard deleting also there is a special permission required. It's in your profile information saying hard delete should be enabled. Okay, if that is enabled, only you can do that hard delete option. Now successful deletions is 13. Click on OK. Go back to your system and check what happened to your lead records for around 52 to 63 like that, 65. Don't see this. See what happened. Today leads, there are only 51 leads. The leads created with 52 to 64 are deleted automatically. That is 13 records are deleted from the system. Go back to your recycle bin. You can see the 13 records in the system. If you want to restore, click on this. Click on undelete. This is for restoring your records back to your system. Remember, 52 to 64 are deleted. This contact is deleted sometime back on 29/12 because this is available only for 15 days. This is the 14th day. It might be deleted tomorrow completely from the system. If I'm clicking on undelete, yes, it's go back to the system again. Now I can see back again in my leads object. Go back to the today's leads. Click on go. Yes, I can see the leads here. 64 leads now. Right? That's it, guys. We have explored completely with the data loader options. But anyway, I'm going to show some more options to you in the import widget. Okay. It is this. Okay. Because we have explored the data loader. This is the advanced tool for importing data management and data migrations from generic spreadsheets to Salesforce, CSV files to Salesforce. But there are many advanced tools for data management, data migrations, okay, like Informatica Cloud, Cast Iron, where they can connect Salesforce with other tools. You can connect Salesforce as an endpoint, and you can make Salesforce as a starting source or target, and you can transfer record from one system to other systems. That's a different area. There is a different skill for that. That's called data management, data migration engineers or ETL developers. Extraction, transforming, and loading. This is called ETL. Okay, this is the job of data management guy, data engineer, who will be using tools like ETL tools like Informatica Cloud, Informatica, Cast Iron. Okay, and there are many other tools in the market. Okay, but I'm telling some of the famous tools which is famous for Salesforce integrations. And some other options are there for data management. You can mass transfer leads. For suppose mass transfer records is an option to transfer some records based on some criteria. You can transfer customers, you can transfer consultants, you can transfer leads, you can transfer vendors, custom objects. Okay. The reason why you can do it is, for suppose if your sales reps are working on customers, you want to transfer customers, how to do that? If he's leaving your employee, yes, I can transfer all the customers created and working by Mr. Venkat to Akshay, so that Akshay is the new employee where he will be taking the ownership of all the records of Venkat. I can do the same thing whenever employee is leaving your company. You can assign all the records, all the work of the leaving employee to the new guy who is coming into his place. Same thing for any marketing guy, or same thing. that's called transferring of your reads, mass transferring. Okay, so simply I have to select while clicking on customers all the records owned by transfer C. Click on the customer owner. See, recently used users. All the records owned by support will be transferred to Venkat. I can do that. Source and target transfer to this guy. Same thing I can do it because in the current system there is only 2 lists. That's the reason it's showing up 2 users here. Anyway, I can. What I will do, I will select the old employee information here. The new employee created newly, I will select here. It automatically transfer open opportunities, closed opportunities, open cases, old cases, and I can use some other criteria also. I can only transfer some set of records only instead of all the records. All the records belongs to Hyderabad. I can do that filter here. See, their country city equal to Hyderabad billing city. That's okay. These are the filters I can do it. Even though, for suppose, if I am promoting from if I am transferring from Indian location to USA, okay, on some deputation or some for short time, yes, I can transfer the records of my belongs to my Hyderabad records to my another employee in the team. And I can go back to the other country and I can get more records from I can write one more transfer. I can do that. One more transfer, mass transfer of records which are in USA to me. And mass delete is also same thing. You can delete a number of records at the same time from the system. Delete account, delete mass delete accounts, mass delete leads, mass delete activities, all this stuff. And you can even mass transfer approval requests also. If I feel there are a lot of requests to me which I cannot handle, I can transfer all my approval requests to my subordinate who will do that requests and approval process based on some condition. He can do that. Hey, I will talk to this guy. Hey, can you take my request to me? If he is okay, then I can ask my system administrator to do this approval transfers. So you can also configure state and country pick list values where you can use this state and country pick list values in all your billing cities, shipping and informations and all address fields. You can even also automatically mass update addresses also. But suppose this requirement is requested by many people, that's the reason they have added this type of features in this data management. Earlier you don't see these options, state and country pick list values, mass delete, mass update addresses also. Finally, you know the data loader option for downloading the data loader software into your system. Okay, that's it guys for today. If you have any questions, we'll be meeting tomorrow's class. I have another meeting going, we'll start in a couple of minutes. Okay, so in today's class we completely discussed about data management, import wizard, import accounts and contacts option. Import wizard is the new customizable option where you can even import accounts and contacts also from here. But yeah, this is how it looks like. Import widget, data import widget. Select this. It's asked for the CSV format from contacts, and if you can even upload the Gmail file. You can even upload CSV Outlook file, Act file. These are all contact files. Same thing with leads also. Coming down to the custom objects, it simply says the CSV format. It won't shows the Gmail Outlook, Gmail file and Outlook files. Why? Because these leads and contacts are having option of importing from email services, email accounts also, right? You can export all your contacts in your Gmail and you can import it. That's the reason. But coming down to invoices, you can't do that. You can simply export the file from your system CSV format and you can upload it in Salesforce directly. And we discussed about data loader. This is the important tool. You have to work on this, right? You tried import, inserting, updating, upsetting, deleting, exporting information and deleting also finally. Right? Let's meet in tomorrow's class. If you have any issues, yes. Yes, I haven't shared the solution, the tool access for Asif, Faishan, and I will do that as soon as possible. Where you can ask questions also whenever you're free on the tool that is Canvas. Okay. Thanks, guys. Any questions?